someone's 100% gonna realize. They're gonna be like, "What is going on here? Why Donovan frozen?" and then they're gonna call on you to pray now. They're like, "Brother Donovan, I see that you're there, but you're frozen. Can you pray the next prayer?" And then you're gonna be sitting there stuck talking about.
I would die of laughter.
But you would have to do that. You would have to take that picture every time.
Every day,
use the picture from 2 weeks ago.
Right,
That would be mad.
That would be funny though.
All right, episode 3. Who's about pod? As usual, Don and Grace, Kaay, D and OJ, DeVon, Shaay. I'm Shane, and we're gonna have Sama's Grace. She's gonna do our intro song as usual, and then she's gonna hit us with question of the day. We're gonna get right into this. No more lollygagging. Let's do it.
Whoa.
Go ahead with your song, please.
Who's about?
All right. No, keep the mic there. What's the question of the day?
Like she doesn't have the question of the day.
Oh, my question of the day. Have to find it. Hold on.
Was it a mic?
Oh,
right in face?
Okay, so the question is, if you were to discover that your closest friend was a heroin dealer,
Jesus,
what would you do?
I'm gonna stick beside him. The bag is the bag.
The money has to be gotten.
Y'all want me to be honest?
Or her.
Y'all want me to be honest?
You call
as long as you agree with us.
It depends. It depends on how big the operation is. If you're
have y'all seen Queen of the South?
If it's something on that level, then by all means, I'm all in. Just don't kill me if something goes wrong. Let me just sit, live the lavish life, and be on my own. If you like some regular street dealer, just leave me out of it. Don't talk to me. I'm not gonna snitch. Just don't talk to me. Leave me out of it. I don't want no parts.
I'll be the heroin Uber. I do things.
Yeah, and you're gonna get sent to prison first.
I think that
you don't have a car.
We're going back to last episode.
Thanks a lot.
Oh man.
Shaay, what was you gonna say?
Julia's trying not to laugh. I'm just saying, I think out of all of us, we'd be okay. But then Grace is not very good at,
She's not
keeping secrets.
No,
Folded under pressure. It's like, and no one be asking her nothing.
Exactly.
It's just like, oh, great. You talking about me?
Yeah, not even listening.
What I did? She's like,
out the whole operation.
that kid that is like, Mommy brought that guy over. She's that person.
Yeah. Panicking.
Her bottle of China.
Going on. Every secret she needs to keep, she starts to panic.
Yeah, so I'm not a liar.
She random see police and she's like, my friend sells. Yeah.
The police is. She just sold some heroin.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we know to leave Grace out of the operation.
Yeah.
That's the general consensus.
Buy me a little $100.
No. We're leaving you out.
Why? I'm part of the friend group.
Okay, but
we're
when
just gonna buy you you're never full and then just leave you alone. That's gonna just have to be the plan.
We'll give you a bottle of
She'll get her
China.
nails done. Like, guys, guess what? Who paid for these?
The drugs. It'll be over again.
Yeah, but I low key feel like also Kayla would be the one to be like,
100%
forever.
I would be what?
Like eventually she's gonna want us to stop. Kayla,
she's gonna be like, guys, we're getting too far into this.
Right.
No, that's me. That's me. After a certain point, I'm be like, yo, we gonna get caught, bro. We gotta stop.
No, can I tell you what Shaay would be? Shaay would be the one like, guys, today is Monday at 3:00. We need to be here. If we're not here, they're gonna think that we're lying. We need to be right here, right now.
You didn't have to talk about me. Though.
Yeah, that's it.
I sell it. I be the one that sell.
Yeah. OJ, you have the truck. Remember, you have the truck.
That's funny.
I'd be the guy who would like say no at the beginning, but once we start it, I'm just in it. So if I die, I die. I'm ready.
Ride or die. Literally.
I just want to be the operations. I gotta tell y'all where to go, when not to go. I can't do all.
I can do the handshake slip, you know.
No, you cannot.
No, you cannot. So you did it wrong. You did it wrong.
He's still doing it wrong.
It's not obvious. It's not obvious.
She's trying to do it with Don, and he is not pleased. Look at
Wait,
him.
I'm weak because.
Grace, remember my birthday party when I got that envelope of money and I was like,
that's how you need to behave. You need to be smooth like that.
You need to hang around with the grandmothers in the church, okay?
In the church. I was just about to say, that wrinkle.
They know how to hide some money.
Fall up. It looked like a pill. It's so full up.
They are good. I mean, good. I mean, thick $100 bill too. Just slick and gone.
OJ, remember the bag in the media room?
Yeah.
So I had a very small bag and someone blessed me last Sunday. Praise God for her soul. When I tell you the bag was small, money was in there. How she fit the money in there, I do not know. Literally small. I'm gonna take a picture and she's gonna put it on the video because so small.
I thought she bought you something else. I was concerned. I was like, you sure you want to share that with the whole audience?
You play too much.
we got coke dealers now in the church.
Yeah.
Little bags of coke.
Can I be honest with you?
Yo.
Mm-hmm. Would you tithe off the?
Yes, you have to.
I would.
Wait.
You have to. God must be pleased.
Let me
hold on. Let him say what he's gonna say first.
I would turn all on you.
What?
Exactly. That's why I wasn't going. Because you have that donkey that would get rid of all.
And then I would take the money and tie that and put a little money aside for each of the picnic them.
You're not even worried about me being in jail.
But why can't you get me out?
Wait. If you turn us in,
I'm in
can't
jail.
take the money. They're gonna take the money.
Yeah, what money is going to?
Oh, so what you're gonna do is watch us operate, take Grace's money, store that away.
We're not gonna have any. We already said
and
she's
then
not getting any.
Put us all under the bus. Is that what's happening here?
I am going to tell the police, say, is you. And
right, so
get the money. It's $50,000 for each owner.
And then you go to jail too for being an
First
accomplice.
of all,
I'm not accomplice. I don't know.
No. Sleeping with
I sign a letter. That says
sleeping with the woman. You
First
can't
of
get out
all,
of this.
your house will be the house of operation.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
You're not coming to my house.
Right on that berry steel.
My
Yeah.
My house.
Don't bring my dogs into this.
Let me tell you who house you really want to do it in. Okay.
Kayla.
Now she got all them.
You got the drugs.
No.
She got all them weed heads down the street.
You want one of those houses.
Anyhow it rain, everything wash away.
You want one of those houses. You want one of those houses that has a basement under a basement. And me know who house have a basement under a basement. Me not call him out on here. But operation. The basement.
Oh, no.
Operations can go on in the man.
No, true.
Where she does her creations.
Frontiosh.
Not that basement.
Not that basement.
The district basement.
The district basement. Me know. I'm in a district basement and I'm in
Gracie, hear him say, I'm not gonna call out no basement. Here you say the district basement.
No, guys, that goes to show Grace can't. You know.
Yeah,
Already.
I'm telling you. Terrible.
Kayla didn't know what we were talking about. I had to help her.
No, but you could have said so many other things.
The district basement.
You could have said headquarters.
Right. I mean,
A round table.
the supervisor. Like, who would know that? You know?
So much thing.
Okay, supervisor would I give it away?
Yeah.
Everybody have a supervisor at work, though. Everybody has a supervisor at
It's
work.
for you
Basement
guys.
basement would have gave it
You kind of
away.
pull it off.
You could have worked with the supervisor.
Yeah, you
you know?
can pull
Grace.
that off.
Can I
That,
hold
that,
on?
Yeah,
that'd be
no,
Shabay's
yeah.
name, the supervisor.
The
That
supervisor.
would be the supervisor.
Yeah, right,
Do
right.
not involve Grace in nothing.
If we having
Well,
a
we know
party,
not to
just hide
invite
everything.
either one of y'all.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's just take them on
So
the
The
show.
both of
too.
y'all?
Movies are out.
Donna
They are
would
not
call
in the
like,
who's
hey,
about.
what's going on? Nothing much. Nothing.
They are not in the who's about.
Big drugs
Alright,
all
wait.
over the table, big money. It's like, let's go now. No, we're all right. Don't worry about
What
it.
you guys doing? Playing dominoes? Meanwhile, we're cutting the heroin. Nah, I'm
Wait,
done.
so, all right. Before we go into the details, Grace never want to ask a question here, but I really want to ask it. So I'm just going to go ahead and ask it. So we just going to answer it quick and go on to the next. It says, would $50,000 be enough money to induce you to take a loyal, healthy pet to the vet to be put to sleep? $1.
Low key,
Just
no,
like that,
because if you go to the vet and bring a healthy pet in there, they're gonna call the cops on you if you're trying to be like.
No, I disregard all of that. No, just disregard all of that.
You want just send it back. We're not kill it. We just send it
I
back.
was say just send the pet back. yo. You don't gotta kill the dog. If you don't want the dog, send the
$1?
pet.
Why you say $1? I said
She
it
said
back
she
for
would do
free.
it for
I
the
need 50.
I'll pay the gas. And even the tool if you bring it to
I
New
mean, I
York.
would take the 50, but just give me $1 and I'll put him to sleep.
No.
I'd send it back for free.
Nah.
50.
Just bring him right back. I'll give back the food too. The food you go buy a Costco, you carry it come feed.
no.
Promise you.
Okay, I'm so wicked.
I can't do that because they're gonna like you can't ignore the vet. That vet portion of it, you walk into the vet talking about put him to sleep. Why? I don't like him. Like what? Somebody offered $50,000. You're going to jail.
Adoption
going
is
to
also
jail.
a thing, you know.
You're going to jail, yo. That would be wild.
You can
Yeah,
bring
well,
them
no,
to the shelter. You can
I'm
bring
joking.
them to my
I wouldn't.
house.
No,
Grace,
you can't
your
bring
house
them to
cannot
this
hold
house.
another dog.
You cannot bring them to this house.
If you had two small dogs, then by all means, you can take a third small one.
You have two
You got
big
two
everlasting
big dogs. They
dogs.
tail
I
break
do
and stuff
not.
and they
They're
walk
big
by.
house.
You're weird. You're weird.
Yeah,
Very soon
Ben
stand up
can
and I
carry-
walk around.
No,
Ben
wait.
can barely take up the whole dining room area.
Exactly. I'm not big enough about the laziness time and the foolness time.
No.
The
It's
foo-foo.
nothing about Barris
I
but
don't
his
want-
tail,
The
okay?
tail
You
of
don't want to beat
Oh
somebody.
my god.
You want to
that
beat
tail
somebody,
annoying.
Let's
just
go
make
Barris.
Barris stand up
Yeah.
right in front of them.
Right beside it.
Whop, whop.
Tail hard for what?
You gonna have them talk about you like that?
Yes, we're talking about Barris. It's tail
Yeah.
hard. Watch him now. Try sneaking.
Right.
Watch the tail. You see the tail. You see the
Will
tail.
look like this in the next month.
At home, scream.
But
Shane, you have to put
lazy.
a clip of
The
a
dog
banter.
big.
Yo.
Fat
yo.
and lazy.
His legs so falling.
Yo, Bantan is like Bantan was my favorite dog until
Yo,
I
he
met
used to be my
Barris.
favorite.
Until I
Yeah.
met
Barris-
Barris.
It's
Barris
This was
was
the
my
first and
dog.
last dog I held in my hand. I would
Yeah,
never
I
try and pick
remember
up
that.
berries like how Grace I pick up berries.
No.
Yeah,
Big
Grace
everlasting.
picked up Barris. He's a young
I
infant
cannot.
child.
That dog is
Pure nine.
big, but
Listen,
that's still my
Barris-
favorite dog.
Berry soon stand up and in 2 feet and I walk around in that house there. And I cook chicken back.
Oh, I really like that.
Yo, anyhow. Yes. Watch the nose. Head just big.
Don't tell him to stand up himself because he might not go back to him 4 feet them.
In my house, him have to go back past 4 feet.
You weird. This one look you in your eyes and I walk around. I sit down on couch, I watch football.
Oh man. All right.
Brian Griffin. Anyway,
First topic of the day. Meagan Good and DeVon Franklin.
no, his name is not DeVon. His name is DeVon. Get
You
it
just said the
right.
same thing twice.
No,
D
not
A
disrespectful.
Y V A U G H N is his name now. DeVon Franklin. How do you guys like? They got divorced or they're getting divorced. You know, it's never a short process. Divorce take long, so they're getting divorced,
Really does.
and I don't know how to feel because at first, you know, celebrities get divorced and you're like, oh, it's normal. But then both of them come out saying it's very sad, and then Meagan Good saying this is the one of the worst things that's ever happened to her, and how she's mourning and grieving her divorce. What say ye about this? Because I'm confused. I don't know what's going on.
Let me first.
Why?
Let me first say that I'm a good comforter, so I will comfort Meagan. She was looking wonderful on Instagram
You
today.
need to get a big slap. Watch that.
Yeah. I'm wearing my white for holiness.
You want to be a comfort as well?
Wait.
That's his wife.
This has turned into something totally different here. No, but I really wonder, like, why, what led them to this place, right? Because all the time you see them, they're happy. I think, isn't he like a pastor? I think
like he might not be a head senior pastor, but he's like an associate pastor or something like that.
I'm pretty sure he's been preaching lately, and things, I'm assuming that things are okay. So, what happened, bro? Like, why did you leave her in the first place? Like, who leaves Meagan Good?
Well,
So,
you said it as if he left her.
Yeah, it sounds mutual because they're both very sad. They're both very sad about what's going on. I just don't understand, if you're both sad, why? Like, why? Yeah. And that's what's confusing to me.
Yeah,
it could
Maybe
be
the
like a mutual of a
worked out.
Yeah, it could be like they either someone wants kids and the other one doesn't, and they cannot come to a common ground, and that could be
one wants to be fully churched out, and the other one was like, well, I need a little.
Their differences.
No, but like, I don't know.
You have 6 days. Forget. Leave God's day.
But it's been like almost 9-10 years. So I mean,
but that's the thing too. Like,
there's some but it's something they could have been trying to work through for those 10 years.
No, so they've been together for 11, but they've been married for 9 and change. So my thing is, if you like, say he's Don's situation is right, and one wants to be super churchy, and the other one wants to, be out here. If he's the one that wants to be super saved and she's the one that wants to be out here, why even look in her direction in the first place? Because she was that was her whole thing, like being the super sexy model actress.
Okay, so let's switch it now, because we know her as the actress and blah blah blah. What if she really decides to turn over her whole life?
That's what I'm saying. So if it's the opposite
he
way,
wants
then
to be
I
that
get
one
it.
out there.
If it's the opposite way, then I kind of get it. But at the same time, you're supposed to be the big bishop or the pastor. In the eyes of the whole world, why are you now deciding to be outside? Like, that's why I'm confused. Like, if Don's situation is correct, I'm not saying that's correct. I doubt it, to be honest with you. But if that's the correct situation,
at church together.
I think he's an associate pastor, not a. We could always look this up. I just don't feel like if one of y'all could look it up to see if he is like a senior pastor or if he's an associate pastor or something. But regardless,
so that's how you know she'll be the one.
Yeah, regardless, though, like if he's like, if Don's situation is true, then I don't get it. Like, you guys knew each other before. You knew what she was. You know what he was.
Right.
Why either switch up or why look in her direction in the first place? But if it's like they just grew apart, it happens. But like, if it's grieving you so much, I'm saying if it's grieving you so much, why not fight?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like, for me, just a shameless plug here, I've been watching a lot of divorce court, and so I've just been enjoying the conversations. But in truth, like, most of them have minor disputes that could be solved if you went to a marriage counselor. Like, it'd be different if they exhausted all of those things. Like, they went to the marriage counselor, they did all of the other things that they could have done to try amend the relationship, and it couldn't happen, then okay. But if it's grieving the two of you guys so much, like, just cuddle and just pray and just and just sit there and watch Lifetime movies. Do something, like, I don't know, like try.
But the next thing is, remember, so they also had a book about like love, weight, like, so like it was about like finding love and waiting and love, something like that. But
Wait.
then like how you guys come together for right, all of this finding love, whatever. But then at the end of the day, gone. So people who buy the book there now, like how them supposed to feel like.
Right. They just got the book
When
like
you
2 weeks
can read
ago.
it,
Yeah.
exactly, like,
Imagine, imagine you bought it that day.
exactly.
man.
Imagine
I'm
if, like,
returning it.
Yeah,
Refund.
right now.
So wait, what was the title of the book?
The
The
wait.
wait.
The wait.
The wait.
A
So-
powerful. A powerful
So-
practice for finding the love of your life and the life you love.
So I
that's
waited
fine.
9 years for you to make a decision. Are you going to be a full-fledged Christian?
You're really
going
stuck
to-
on
my
this.
god, he's stuck on that. Like
I don't think that's what it is. I don't think
So he's not a pastor. I mean, he's not like a acting pastor
Senior
or co-pastor or senior pastor
just
at
a
any
preacher.
church. He's just a preacher slash
motivational speaker.
motivational speaker.
Mhm.
He is 7-day Adventist, but he
Yeah, we
is
did know
not a co-pastor at any
That
church.
explains it. That explains.
okay,
He
so
is a film producer with his own.
so that's how
He's-
that,
you
I
said
think that's
he's
how
a
they met.
film-
Actually, he's a film producer.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
he's
how
a
they
film
met.
He has his
So-
own studio and everything.
So the book still carries weight because it's telling you how to wait for the love of your life. So I can't even knock them about that. Take your time, do what you gotta do.
It loses
because-
its art. It loses
No,
some type
no.
of value though.
No,
I don't
can't,
think
I
so.
can't get behind that one because the way I just read an article, that girl
yeah, she
makes it
doesn't
sound like
regret
she
any part
really
of it.
loved that book, like that it's burning her. And that's why I'm confused.
None of it regret is
Them have
it doesn't
differences,
sound like
man.
any regret
Some
for
differences then just can't get past. You just say, oh man, it can't work out, Love it.
You see,
And
I
you
think
some things.
that's a
But
difficult,
then-
touchy spot.
Yeah, and then like it leave us like outside to one because we've like prior to this we've never heard like a cheating incident, fighting
Right,
incident,
right.
like nothing.
Right.
We just know them for be like, good whatever. Mark you like people can like
They
show
could
you
be
whatever
good
they
at
want to
hiding
show
things
you.
behind it-
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. That's why I say, you can show whatever, but it just weird because to come up with all of this, but also this supposed to like goes to show that people can show you whatever and inside,
Yeah.
there's so much
Behind
going
the
on.
doors, it's a little different. Yeah.
Okay, but then at the same time, if behind closed doors, pure foolishness was going on, they both wouldn't come out and say that they're grieving. Like she
Right,
makes it seem like
yeah.
she's really going through it. Like, let me read what she said. Let me explain it first. She said, her whole life, she had the expectation that no relationship lasts forever. Like that was her whole thing. Like, no matter what we go through, no relationship lasts forever. Then during this relationship, she realized how much they were pouring into each other. And she said, this is the one. We're going to be together. It might not be forever, but for a very, very long time. That was her thing. She said, we are going
Hold
to
on,
be
wrinkle.
together for a very long time. And then she said they just one day it just was like, all right, we're just not gonna do this. And it's like, wait, how did we get here? Because you just said you expected to be together forever. Like maybe not forever, but for a very long time. So what happened in your brain that stopped that? And if that's the case, then it can't be mutual. Because she makes it seem like she doesn't want to do this.
But then both of them came up with their posts because both of them basically put up the same post, which
Right.
seemed like it was a mutual thing. Like that, like it's so confusing because the post, both of them post the same thing. It's like, after 10 years, after a decade of being married, blah, 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 we finally decided that whatever. So it seems like a mutual thing, but then with her, whatever, it's like she's so devastated about this, like, so why do it? Like, wasn't there?
I feel like
did you-
they're
did you,
grieving different things.
I
Like,
think so.
But then, right, yeah,
That's a good point. That is a good
No.
point.
Yo, what if, right? This is a money-making move.
No.
What
You know
if
what, OJ? I thought the same thing.
say, yo,
I
here
thought
what?
the same thing.
Let's divorce so we can go in an adventure here
They're
together.
gonna write another book.
See me I say? So instead
I
of
waited
make
this long and it wasn't worth it.
instead of
like-
make a $50,000 separate.
Yeah.
No, I must have bigger move. $50,000. Instead of make a 1 mil move together, let's separate and make a 20 mil move. You know what I mean? I say still work together, but we're not
But what
together,
is
so we
that
don't have to
move?
pay certain things.
Like, what is that? Like, what?
Eh?
What is that?
That's the money making
So
move. because-
here's-
He's already saying, couldn't be me.
because look like this, right? Like I think that when we buy our first house, right?
Yeah.
When we go and say, all right, let's go buy a house, we can only get a loan, like a FHA loan or whatever. First time buyer, 3% or whatever they call it. But if a two are we separate, so if me and a divorce now, we're still together, I can get a house for 3% and you can get a house for 3%. You know what I'm
That's true,
saying?
but them past. I know that, but them past.
No, I'm just
that
saying
state,
bigger
like,
money making
well, yeah.
that we may not know about.
At
Here,
this point, we're left to think about anything. So.
That's the thing. Our minds are left to wonder at this point
Right,
until they
exactly.
both release a statement. But even then, still, it's like, like what's going on, guys? Like,
Mhm.
you want to sit in a group circle with them and kumbaya for a little bit. Like, that's how you feel sometimes. Like, talk to us. What's going on? Like, I want to text like that. What's going on, bro? Like, what's going on?
If you're their
You know?
friends, because
Right.
we're not. One piece of explanation.
Here's another wrinkle.
We share
Right?
the same name. We share the same name.
Here,
You just said
you just said it's not. You said his name is
minutes ago.
DeVon.
Right.
It's spelled
Yeah.
the same way though. But go ahead.
So
please
here's another
stay.
wrinkle, right? I think she's in a new show called Harlem that's getting released on Amazon Prime, right? It's in the article. Now all them Amazon Prime shows are wild. Like shows
Wild.
released to Amazon Prime. Wild. So
There's no restriction.
what if he's like, yo,
That was a tear.
I don't know if I could like
The non-negotiable.
have you be a part of a show
Yeah,
like
it must
this.
have been
I
the
wonder who
last straw.
produces
The
it.
differences. That would align up, Shane. That makes sense,
Anyhow,
Yeah, he
he's a producer though.
And
You
if
need to
he
watch her
is-
do that.
That's where her money comes
Process.
from.
Mhm.
Right.
So,
What has she been in recently though? I don't remember seeing anything with her in it in like the last 6-7 years. It's been a
Mm-mm.
minute.
Okay, so then maybe
Okay.
she's tight for money and needed to do a movie.
Oh no! If that's the case,
No.
write another book.
He was
He
scandal.
owns
Write
his-
another
he
book.
owns his
That would
own,
never be the case.
production
Yeah,
company,
yeah,
so they're not
exactly.
tight
So
for
in
money.
the
And she still got
Exactly,
girls
John.
trip money.
Yeah, really.
I'm weak.
Exactly. There's no way, but you never know.
That's true.
I want to figure it out because that's where I'm.
That's where you'll get
I'm
your
tr-
piece. The
Like
closure.
it said.
Man,
It says.
Again,
that
if
roll
you're
back.
listening, girl, we need some answers. So you better just email us at
So Pharrell and Pharrell Williams and Amy Poehler are the two executive producers,
Yeah.
and it follows 4 Black women living in Harlem. So you already know that show is going to be well. I don't know how wild Amy Poehler is. I know Pharrell is just on it because he's a big name.
We just agree that he doesn't age. Like he looked the same for
Oh my God,
years.
He really been him and what's that
He
guy's
does
name?
not age.
I forgot the other guy's name. The
Yeah.
singer, the black guy. He dreads. Okay, another
Yeah.
time.
You lost me.
Another time.
But anyways,
But-
Meagan is a good girl, and Meagan.
Yeah, did you see her outfit? She said,
Well,
"Call me Miss Good if you're
yes,
nasty."
today she was
Baked
very
her.
light.
If you're
Yeah.
nasty.
She will,
Look,
find-
my wife not conk you, please.
She
I
look
beg.
glorious.
She
That's
did
it,
look
I
good.
love my
She looked
wife.
damn good.
So this is what she said.
Yo, I beg y'all, please go watch this
Oh,
clip on
mama.
YouTube because the way Grace
Yeah, I
is
gotta watch
staring
it.
down, down.
Yeah. Grace is
So-
still looking at
She a
Dan.
fart,
It's
Ooh,
this what she
Meagan?
said. Yeah, she.
Yeah.
Yo, she.
she's
Yo, you gotta
funny.
remember, she was in Cousin Skeeter. Was she in
She
Cousin
wasn't
Skeeter?
cousins.
She was in
No,
Cousin
yeah.
Skeeter. That was like late.
Don't answer anymore.
That was
Donovan. Go on, son.
90s,
Just-
bro.
Down, it's okay.
That
it's
was
okay,
like
down.
late 90s, early 2000s Cousin Skeeter, and
Yeah.
she was a full teenager. Like, so that's
Yeah.
20 plus years, 30, almost 30 years since then. Like, she's out. She's grown. Let's just say
Yeah.
like
We
Meagan,
were
I'm
watching
single.
Robounds.
I don't mind.
I was
cougars.
gonna.
I don't
She's
mind. I don't mind.
been
cougars.
So it says, she said, not everything makes sense to me right now, but I'm excited to see what this next act of life is going to be and what God has in store. And that's all I can really do. But
She
even
sound
in
like she
doing
ready
that,
to go while.
I do have gratitude and so much joy in my heart for these past 11 years. What he's given to me and what he's given into my life and what I was able to give to him, just everything. So I don't know. I don't know.
This
I'm
does
confused.
sound like.
Guys, we're gonna be enjoying some Meagan good movies. Don't worry.
Yeah, she gonna be acting again. She
Yeah.
will for sure.
Yeah.
But
You know,
it
when
sounds
you
like
have to
it almost sounds
certain
like
level.
they break up and then it's like like she'll get a text like, hey, what's up?
Big head.
The words is
Yeah,
hey,
Big head.
big
There you
head.
go. Thank you.
Hey,
I remember the
big
word.
head, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the text.
yeah. How you doing, big head? You know, I was thinking about you the other day. Like,
No.
I don't know him personally, like DeVon Franklin. I'm gonna call him DeVon again.
You don't know
I don't know
Megan
him
either.
personally, so I don't
Fuck.
know if
don't
know
he
Megan either.
is. No, but what I'm saying, like, I don't know
You don't
if
know Megan
he's wild. I don't know if he's like a wild guy, but like I hope she doesn't like end up with like Future.
Yeah.
Like that would vex me. Like if she just went
Future.
like if she just
After
went,
Sierra's prayer, she's not going. Nobody's going.
I
with
would be
Future.
sick if she ends up with like a rapper or something like that. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I beg
no,
not,
no,
Future.
no, no.
what if she gets
Anybody
with like
but Future.
Lecrae?
That's fine with me. Lecrae know Jesus. That's his
Then
Lord
no
and
God.
Savior.
Then no.
That's-
Maybe she would be the one to like maybe calm down Future.
No, G,
No,
you don't even
please,
want to
no.
call her into her life.
You
That's
are
not even-
those
I
type
beg.
of women who believe that they
I
can
beg,
save.
No,
don't
no,
the
call
husband.
her into her
No,
life.
no, no, not me, not me. Not me. One slip, I slide. Me not say nobody. You guys. Tree
into her
don't
life.
grow in a
No.
my forehead. Not I. One slip, I gone. Go on through the door, sir.
So
So you're
you understand.
talking about sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying you understand. Like if she ends up going back, I'm gonna be sick to my soul.
No, that just goes to what I was gonna say with Tristan Thompson and Chloe.
No, please.
Don't even bother bringing them up.
No,
I feel like my spirit.
we're not.
cannot
Yeah, we're
handle
not gonna
such
talk
things.
about it because
Because I never seen a
podcast
Dungeon
and
woman in my.
So-
That is all.
Somebody said, "Does that boy even play basketball?" He seemed like he's playing everybody
Yo,
else. Like, does he
yeah,
even play
Must be.
basketball anymore?
yeah.
Must be.
Yeah,
But that's the
out
thing with
here
celebrities,
wilding.
like they can't do anything and not us normal people, not knowing. So if they get back
No.
together, they it's harder for them to get back together. Like Meagan Good and like we never heard of a cheating scandal. So them getting back together, it should be okay. But we're gonna be looking at her like, girl, why you getting
No,
together
I think
with
it's
him?
because I feel like Meagan Good and DeVon, they don't make a poppy show.
they don't.
Right.
Chloe
Right.
and
They're not
Tristan,
nice.
everything is a
Yeah,
poppy
that
show
is
for them.
horrible.
They
That
blow
was-
everything out of
Jesus.
proportion.
Yeah.
And why you getting on social media to tell them about thinking back? I don't need to know.
Yeah. Right.
He done messed up 99 million times, and every time he has to go make a public apology, y'all should have handled that behind y'all closed doors, y'all $1 million mansions. I didn't need to
Yeah.
know.
Her.
Yeah.
In
But
my
you gotta
life.
understand
The
what
big
keeps them
Jordan.
relevant. What
It's-
keeps them
it's
relevant?
Yeah, I know what keeps them
Yeah.
relevant. But I
No,
also
Kris
didn't need
Jenner,
to-
So-
she's
so-
selling them
Now?
stories.
It
Kris
can go back to
Jenner
what
is selling-
OJ was
Oh,
saying.
selling them stories.
Could be a
What?
money move. Maybe them not divorce after all. Them just tell me say them a divorce.
Them just
But-
stupid.
They might divorce, but they're not left,
Them are gonna do what we did talk about
Hey,
before.
they better not get caught because the church
Paparazzi.
people or the people that want to be church people online gonna be
Yep.
cussing
Right.
them.
The
They was
spiritual
already
world.
cussing Meagan Good, so
Hmm.
I don't
What
know.
is
He-
it?
like I
know
said,
that, like, who found the court documents? Like, how do they find that out? Like, who's just going through court
TMZ, yo,
documents?
TMZ,
Like, oh,
wicked.
let's see who filed for divorce this week.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
weak.
literally that's literally
Let's
Yes,
go through A
man.
through G last names. Oh, Meagan.
Yeah.
Good.
Mhm.
Your name is in the findings. Devon Franklin.
And it's a lot easier because they're celebrities, so there's no change in the last name. So it's like, hey, you have
Yeah.
two people you can search up to find one marriage now, and that's the thing that gets a little awkward. All right. So last talk about that. Anybody have any like? I believe it's this.
I just think that it was just like something they could not agree on, and now, but I think it's like two separate things they couldn't agree on, and now they're grieving the separation over those things. So she's like grieving deeply, and he's like, "Dang, I wish it could have worked out." It's sad, but hers is like, I lost like a relationship that made me believe in long-standing relationships and made me believe in so much more I can get out of relationships and all of this. And he's grieving like a singularity item that he lost from this relationship. And she's grieving like an overall loss. But that is it. That's my philosophical answer.
At least she can say she was married for a decade.
Oh, she didn't reach there yet.
No,
they did.
Nine
and change.
They haven't met their anniversary yet.
No, they've been together for 11, but they only got married 9 years ago.
No, the post said married for a decade, so that's why I thought they were reached.
It said nine and change. Yep.
Yeah, maybe more than
to round up.
Yeah, so we celebrate. Oh, I lie. It said almost a decade. I'm lying.
Another thing too, I hope neither of them are like Kanye, where they get divorced and then 2 weeks you see him posted up.
They move across the street from each other.
You see him posted up with somebody else.
He's trying to be a good father.
Hear you, Kayla. Hear you, Kayla.
No sense.
Did y'all see the thing where he
don't
pretended
you.
to be a tree in front of her house? He just
That is a Peter Griffin move, like legit, like a Peter Griffin move.
Poppy show.
Poppy show.
No,
it's
but I was gonna say something, but I'll refrain. Because to be honest, like if I was petty, like if I was OD petty, I would probably do the same thing. Like move right across the door. No, across the street. Move right across the street.
Because you might see something you don't want to see, and then
exactly. Opening.
He's watching her.
We don't want that, bro.
Davison.
We say we want it, but we don't want that.
True. We look for things that we don't want to see,
exactly.
but we end up seeing it.
Oh,
and you show up at her doorstep.
No, you do not want to know.
I do not want to know. And I don't want you to know nothing about me. If I'm out.
Yeah, I don't really care if she wants to know anything
said she's sliding.
I do not want to know anything.
Especially
and I would be
if there's
wicked
kids
too.
involved.
I will be wicked to next front.
Especially if there's kids involved.
You're gonna leave the window open.
No, like that's easier for the child. Like if they want to go see their father, someone just cross the street.
I will drop my child. It would never
cross the street.
No. That's bad.
Please understand that.
You just see the kids come over.
Of course, we know you're talking pure foolishness.
Window open.
I mean, my blinds would never shut.
How would y'all?
I don't know what cheek alone you see. You have to porch.
Jason.
Y'all not listening to OJ right now?
No.
We're ignoring him.
Yeah, you see the kids come like, why are you guys over here? I don't know what I'm saying. Window open. 4 cheeks, acid.
This is why we were listening.
Yo, look at you. Y'all was just ignoring OJ. Y'all was really ignoring OJ. OJ was dropping gems just now, yeah.
Grace, what was your question?
I just wanted to ask, how would the men's feel if y'all were not invited to your child's birthday party?
We would have to fight.
Throw me on and you now come.
She didn't tell
the situation.
Said because you're what, DeVon?
Kanye, where his daughter's party was going.
Rewind.
Yeah.
Let's be
so when I get her,
right.
That's not the own party, and you stay home.
Okay, but that's not the whole story.
Davon, that's not
Kanye wanted to have his own party
exactly
for his child, and they said you are always welcome to come to this party if you would like to.
Okay.
The invitation's open, but if you would like to have your own party, that is fine as well. And then he got on social media and said, they never invited me. And they said, that is not true. You can come. And he showed up to the party and they had a grand time. And they welcomed him with open arms. He went on and made a poppy show because he wanted to make sure that everyone was on his side. and it made them seem like they were keeping his kids, and that wasn't the case.
He's a crackhead.
Yes, because I was on his side as well, and I was
my
like, why would you keep his kids away from him? And then I was like,
I actually remember that. I said
that
the
was
same
very
thing,
manipulative.
but I never followed
you
up
to
on
do
the
that.
story. Never.
Yeah,
followed
that
up.
too.
I mean,
never follow up.
it was like 20 minutes later. He got off live.
Oh,
and they
it's
were
even
like,
worse. That's why I didn't
it was
follow up.
like,
'Cause it
oh
was
my
too
God.
close. I didn't have
Why
time
would you
to
go
sit
down
on it.
live to say that we're keeping your kids? And we already had told you can come to the party. You said you want to have one for yourself. And I was like, and they were like, that's not a problem.
One thing we can say for sure is that Kanye tried to run for president. Like, the man is nuts. So we don't have to worry about nothing. He's nuts. He's like clinically diagnosed as like bipolar. Like, the guy is he like, granted, I'm not gonna say like if you're bipolar you're nuts, but like if you're bipolar you're not stable. So it's like you cannot look at Kanye and be like, he's making rational decisions right now. Like
I mean, he made a great gospel album, but
I'm
still.
saying, but it wasn't even him. It
That's-
was what's his name's MD. I forgot the guy's name. He made a fire album. Kanye just paid the singers to come through. Like that's exactly
and
what happened.
because it was Kanye, you get the moves. That's it.
Yeah.
Kanye.
But I'm not gonna lie though. That album, even though it was like both of them were like dry humps. Like each song was like 34 seconds long.
Yeah.
So right when you start getting to it, go to the next one. I mean, both albums. I was like, why would you do this to me?
That was a great choice of words. I just want to let you know.
Yo,
because
exactly.
Grace.
Yo,
Right.
brother.
Wow.
Yeah, I used that word.
DeVon, were you in the bus with me?
Yes. And Matt.
It was me, you, and Matt. And we listened to it on the way to Pocono. And we were like, oh, we got an album.
It was about.
It was
like
out of Jersey yet, and the album was done.
It was like it was between two exits. Like it was 28, and then by the time we got to 29, the album was done.
It was done. We're like, bro, what is this? 20 minutes for the whole all 10 songs?
Yes,
I was like, nah,
I
bro.
distinctly remember. It was a nice, bright, pretty day. It upset me.
Yo, it was to the point we had to find something else to listen to. I thought that was gonna carry us. It was mad short. Like, yo, no, Kanye, you really let me down.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. This is the real juice story now. So there is a pastor, prophet in Jamaica. Do I remember his name? I don't. Oh,
It's not.
we're gonna get to that, DeVon. Talking about was. He's probably not dead, but we're gonna get into that another time. So
Fire that brother.
So here's what. There was a guy in Jamaica. Kevin Smith is his name. Thank you for reminding me. And from very young, he was like so spiritually mature. I mean, prophesying over people from young. They call him prophet. That people didn't even know his name. Like me, I didn't even know his name. I just knew him as prophet. And he lived his life, and he was honestly saved. Honestly, like he really know God. He really knew God. That's how he started. I mean, he really was like on the path to heaven, living his life for Jesus. And then I don't know what happened. I think the Queen of Sheba came to Jamaica and found out that he was in her bloodline or blah, 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 and knighted him, made him a knight. And they called him like your highness or your majesty or something like that. And it must have went to his head. Must have, because there's no way you come from that to where he was at the end of the story. So after years of all this going on, they find out like 2 months ago. I don't remember how long ago. It was like what, September. Was it so long ago? It was like 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
That
November.
So November. So 3 months ago, they found out that he was actually running a cult. So let's see what he was doing. He would make people sign up to sacrifice themselves. Like, you're coming to my house today to die. Wear your white sheet, wear your white outfit, come here and we are going to kill you. And you're just going to say you're going to heaven because you sacrificed yourself. So
Yeah.
many people signed up. Why? I don't know.
They want
Confuse
to
me.
Heart, bro.
So
Happy show.
so
When did
before
you start?
wait, before you guys give your points, people signed up, and he was so adamant that they needed to die that when they said, wait, you are serious, you're gonna kill us, he would then, instead of doing the initial way that he was gonna do it, grab them and then stab them repeatedly until they die, right? He was sure, like, you had to die today. So I asked the question, who in their right mind would sign up to die? Then
Stupid.
I found out this man was one of the most well-loved people in terms of like
Community work.
community outreach. Like he would give everybody school books, give everybody toiletries. You never had to pay for toilet paper because you just had to go by his compound and he would just give it to you. He would give out hundreds and thousands of, well, Jamaican dollars, so thousands and millions of Jamaican dollars. Just here, take this, take this, take this. So people loved the man. And that's how he got his following. So the last time they had their sacrifice and ritual, somebody snitched and said, yo, tonight is going to be the night he going to be killing people at his compound. Send the cops. So the cops show up, and this is how you know something bad is going on here. The cops were met with people guarding the compound with machine guns. That should tell you all you need to know. Queen of the South level. You walk up on my compound, we are lighting you up. So feel free, jump in, because
I like the ragged.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Basically, the Rackadoocious.
Literally.
There was also more to it. There was apparently this arc that, he was preparing the people to go to.
To go on,
So,
yes.
To go on. So like persons were actually at his house dying of hunger because he had them. There's like, you can't eat, you can't, like, nothing. Them have one mackerel and probably 20 of them I eat the one mackerel. So you're not getting nothing because there's nothing in a mackerel. And they were like, this was like, they were there for a couple of days, but they couldn't leave because he also had like most of the males, like the younger males, was like his servants. So they would have to do everything for him. Like, they were like obligated to him, like they couldn't leave, they couldn't do nothing. Them just like if him said jump, them have to ask how high. So yeah, that also is a part of the story.
You know what this reminds me of? This is like the Jamaican version of
The dude in Guyana.
No, the American cult where he's like, oh, we have to go up into the spaceship. Oh my God, what is the name of the cult? There's a cult where they believe like their next realm was in a spaceship, and it was like the next level was like, and then they would just like they all like sacrifice. And I was like, oh, okay, this is like this, but Jamaican version. But
it reminds me of the guy who was doing LSD as a pastor, and he took them to Georgetown, Guyana. I learned about this in school.
I know who you're talking about.
And I'm looking up his name as I talk to you. And he took all these people's white folks, Jonestown, excuse me. Where's his name? But he took all these people to this part of the island that nobody knows. And he literally like gave them something to drink and told them we're about to meet our maker all together, and had all of them
Kool-Aid one.
Lied out.
Yes. Dead. That's it. Yep.
And
that's it.
I'm trying to find his name.
While DeVon looks for the name, I found the name. It's called the
Heaven's Gate.
So basically, he teaches that suicide allows you to leave your body and go into the alien spaceship.
Wow.
That means, I don't know. You lost me.
If you're listening,
when I say
if you're listening, suicide does not.
It does not help you at all.
No. I mean, not even a little bit.
So yeah, it does not help you even in the slightest. So don't kill yourself, please.
Even a
If you
little bit.
are
Please,
if you are
please.
thinking about suicide, reach out
Email
to
us.
somebody.
Hotline.
Text us.
Email
Send
us,
us a
please.
They do
message.
not
on
have our number.
Instagram.
1-800
Instagram.
suicide.
Hotline number.
That is the
Please
correct
do not
number,
kill yourself.
actually,
It does
Donovan.
not help.
Literally.
All suicide is doing is making everyone else grieve now.
Yep.
Do not
Mhm.
kill yourself,
Please.
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 And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Bottom
Please
of
don't
my
kill yourself.
Don't. Please don't.
Call
Okay.
1-800 273 8255. Someone will answer.
That's
This
1-800
was
suicide.
Suicide. That's correct.
273
Okay.
8255.
Oh boy, I hear this one laughing now.
Mhm. Shane, put that on.
Forgive me.
That up.
Forgive me. I just like to laugh, Sorry.
Jim Jones.
So, because it sounded
Oh
like
yeah,
shit.
the Jamestown massacre, the Kool-Aid.
Oh,
Oh,
Jim
like-
And he
Jones.
pastored a predominantly black congregation in America.
Yeah.
Carry all
Mhm.
of them gone on one forbidden island, and they're
That's
living
crazy.
good. And he's like, today is the day we're gonna drink this and die.
Yeah,
today."
because he knew that there were U.S. troops were coming, so he had to do it fast.
Mhm. I remember
Mm-mm.
watching that documentary in high school. My God.
No, we
Crazy.
never watched it in high school. That's wicked. Your high school
I'm
did
about to say.
wicked.
Ooh, I would have hit my school if they ever made me
Wicked.
watch that stupidness.
It was
Wicked.
I had a forensics class, so we would watch like forensic
0 to
files.
10.
We would watch CSI New York,
Law and
CSI
Order?
Miami, all those things.
No,
No, not Law and
that
Order.
doesn't have anything to do with.
Is it Law and Order?
I will say though, I've been watching a lot of Law and Order lately.
Oh my God, here we go.
Special
It's
Victims
pretty-
Unit. That's
yes,
the one
absolutely.
About.
Special
Thanks,
Victims
respectfully.
Unit. They're very
Okay, so
All right.
Thank you.
Back
Thank
to
you,
the
Shane.
topic.
so
Thank
back
you so
back to
much.
the story. So he then wait. Let's have our input
Wait,
on
you
the
missed the
first half
part
of the
two.
story. Wait.
You missed
Wait, from the first half of the story or
Yes.
after he gets caught? Okay,
when
go
he
ahead.
was telling the people to come to that service. He told them leave their phones home, wrap it up in foil
Mhm.
paper, all
Mhm.
kind of madness to just make sure you had no type of communication with nobody.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
like-
yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I just like up until this day, I'm trying to understand how can I be so stupid? Because it just doesn't make any sense. Like everything, like I even like saw clippets of his sermon and how him talk to the people them. It's like this lady, she did not come to church. So like he asked another member, is like, why Kayla not at church today? And she said she's at home doing whatever. And no, him asked her offering and she did not have offering. So she is like, I tell Kayla for left that idiot man. I'm like, this is in service. This is
Yeah.
big service, like in front of everybody. Why is she still there with a workless boy? They're like, in service,
Workless.
sir? Like
Workless.
in front of everybody, like it just like everything just don't make no sense. Like I'm trying to understand up until this day. And
So-
everything
so-
help
So
me
I'm
to
telling
understand.
you, when especially if you are like impoverished, like badly broke, if someone is basically paying your bills and giving you money and food and toiletries, you'll be surprised at what they could talk you into doing.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They
That's the
just need
truth.
a little bit of
God,
charisma and
please
enough.
never ever let any
Let-
of us
please,
that broke
that
so
broke.
that we, succumbs to this foolishness. Like don't let
Mhm.
anything allow us
If
to
you're
succumb.
if you have so much money, you're giving me so much money, my questions is going to be, where you get money from? What you want from
I'm
me?
telling you. So a
That's
lot of
not
it,
Why-
true.
Me no
If there's
want
enough
nothing free from
charisma,
you.
a lot of
If
it
there's
is
enough charisma,
donations,
you won't
and
ask.
a lot of it is donate. Yes,
I
that's
won't
true.
ask.
That's true.
You have
Shaay.
to remember.
That's true.
If there's
he-
enough charisma, people will not ask. I'm
Yes,
telling you.
I'm
Why you
telling
think
it's
so many
true.
cults exist? Enough charisma, enough belief
Mhm.
in what you're talking about, people will not ask you.
And
Oh,
free
wait.
stuff.
Are desperate
And
Free
for
stuff,
for
yo.
connection too.
I'm telling you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like-
If you go out on the street and you're evangelizing on what you believe in, you think that it is the complete truth, and there is somebody who has no belief system, they're going to just automatically be like,
Right.
It's
Hmm.
the truth.
that
You
sounds,
guys
you're
are missing
making
the
it sound
key
really
principal
good.
thing.
Mhm.
Free stuff.
It's the
Free
truth.
stuff.
But not
stuff.
everyone
Yeah.
starts with free stuff. There's
Yeah,
cults that
that's
start
also
from
good.
nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely
Yeah.
nothing.
But
Heaven's
then-
Gate starts from nothing. The
Right.
cult in Jamestown, he started with nothing. A boombox on the side of the street.
That's true.
In
And
the
it was
middle
a, it was
of
a
whatever
church.
that
It was a
town
legit
from.
church.
It was a
Mhm.
church. He went to a
Mhm.
black church. He liked what they sounded like, took their
Mhm.
charisma, and then went outside and then started to preach
And started
exactly
using
how they
LSD
preach.
with it. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then he didn't start using LSD until after he had his own church.
Yeah, but you see, like what Shane said in the first half, that he was is whatever prophet. So he also was using that because
That, yep.
if you prophesy
Yeah.
to someone, say, rate it, so it's like, oh yeah, he's legit. Like this
Mhm.
this actually came through what he said, actually happened. So he was also using that to like keep people, because everybody want to know what coming in the future. Everybody, everybody want to know something. So
Right.
it's like, okay, I'm gonna go here to find out what will happen next. He was also, people had to pay him to hear about their future, basically, in a sense.
That's
So
when
he
it
was a
becomes.
psychic?
I'm telling
That's
you.
when it becomes
Yeah.
witchcraft.
Like I said,
Wow.
the Queen of
Ooh, it got
Sheba,
spicy real
the Queen of Sheba came to Jamaica and like knighted him. So he went from just a regular guy that was prophesying accurately. I'm gonna say accurately.
Yeah.
Seen
It
it
was a-
myself accurately to, oh, now he's royalty. So now he's like, oh, I leveled up. You can't talk to
Humble
me now.
yourself.
Exactly.
Either that or there was some type of demonic business I go on.
So
with the
it had to get to there somewhere. So somewhere his mental got perverted, and it wasn't I'm doing this to better the people. I'm doing this now to make a check and to better myself. So Shaq, one of our friends, while we were at enrichment, he showed me a video, and you knew the guy was losing his mind when he posted a video saying that the vaccine has QR codes in it, and that those QR codes are basically the mark of the beast, and this, that, and the third. So Shaq's question was, how do you inject a picture into somebody's bloodstream? And granted, anything's possible if you make it super, super microscopic.
But where would mine be?
But
That was
who is
my
going to
question.
take the picture in your blood? No one has a camera that I know of that can go through my skin and take a QR code that is moving. So I'm like, so I'm sitting there like, yo, exactly. So the guy was like going on there talking about the vaccine has QR codes in it, and that's how they're gonna track us and mark us, and that's the mark of the beast, and
Mhm.
So everyone's like, and people are eating it up because he's very convincing.
Mhm.
He's very convincing. And then on top of it, if he's already prophesied thousands of times accurately, you believe him because it's like, oh, he's hearing from God. So one thing, you always got to try the spirit. We talk about that in church all the time. Don't let anybody talk to you telling you this is going to happen to you unless God already told you yourself or confirms it right after. So
Mhm.
so what happens is he gets caught now, and the cops show up, and a shootout ensues, and this, that, and the third. And I think he still kills like 2 or 3 people that night before
slashed them up.
get there.
I don't know why they said that in the family chat, but
so
move on.
So then he gets captured and he gets sent to prison, right? And then while they're transporting him to whatever they were transporting him to,
let's say from Jersey to
Guantanamo Bay, like something crazy.
No, to Massachusetts.
Okay, in distance. Okay.
Like, oh, she's talking about distance. I thought she meant like level of prison, like from jail to prison. Okay, so while that's going on, big hullabaloo, basically, accident, this, that, and the third, and then they said he's dead. So here's what happened. wasn't like the chief of the whatever the chief is of the Jamaica police was there.
Mhm.
That they said that guy never leaves his post, never. So the fact that he was at the scene of the accident, what's going on here? Then no pictures of him dead, none.
Right, exactly.
No pictures of him dead, no
No.
blood, no nothing. They said there was no pictures.
No, there was a video going around.
There was
With him.
with proof.
It was
Yeah. No, yeah.
Did you see blood on him?
There was a blood, but I must say
yes.
him did look dead. Yeah.
So
He
it looked dead.
he what?
Yeah.
So a lot of
Looking
people-
dead and being dead is two different things, you know. I can't look
Ex-
You don't
when they
look dead.
died.
Don't look dead.
So a lot of people are saying, one, there's no way he could have died because if an accident was as bad as they made it seem, there had to be blood somewhere. And two, there should have been some. Granted, now D's saying that there's a video, but if there was no blood or nothing, so it's like there's no way he's dead because it's just perfect how the chief of police shows up to the scene of an accident himself after never leaving his post. That boy does not go anywhere. He showed up talking about, oh, he's dead. Oh, I'm here to no. Where's the proof?
Yo, what if, right, the chief went because he had to make sure that the guy's dead? Because remember, this
I
guy's
think the
locked
chief
now,
went
right?
because the chief is a part of his following, and the chief did not
100%.
want
Exactly.
that.
So the
Are you
chief
kidding
got
me?
to know to make sure that this guy gotta
What
be
kind of
dead,
madness?
so no information comes out.
No, the
You
chief
know,
hit
the
him.
chief
I
might
think
The
he
chief-
hit.
Man,
OJ
is-
said, what if it's a money
Pocket.
move?
Exactly. Back to the money moves again.
Pocket, bro.
That man is like do the squawk. You want bet? They hid the
Like who?
squawk until it was time for him to come to America and then put on a wig on the man to try to get him out of Jamaica. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
She
sure
lost me.
that man is somewhere getting ready to travel to another island to hide out for a little bit till his name
As
fully
long
die
as you don't
out.
go to Antigua,
then
come back.
but we did that off.
Gone already. Getting ready.
No,
He's
but
already
that's not even
very
that.
deep
You're probably
in the
right. You're probably
Okay.
gone long time. Probably
Because
gone
I
long
think like
time.
he might be linked to like the big guys, you know what I'm saying? The
Mhm.
guys with money. So
You probably celebrate Christmas in
gone
Antigua.
already.
Oh, wait.
Can you come already?
Yo, the way how convincing he was, like a few members of his church, he is the beneficiaries for their life insurance.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
That's what I
how
mean.
like
I'm telling you.
you know you
That's
want them, you
wild.
know, have no
It's
family,
very-
you know, have nobody else to be the benefit. Like
Even if
D.
they have family, they will take their family
No.
off and just put
yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
their
Wild.
leader on because
kind
it's
of
that
jobs?
convincing to
Yeah.
them
D.
that this is what they're led to do.
D. I
Father,
could
please
be.
never let anyone convince
Yo.
me or my husband or any
Not
of
a
my
prayer.
friends.
I could, yo. I don't care if I literally. I don't care if I literally have zero family. If it's just me, I will
Exactly.
find
Me.
somebody that need the
I would
money.
leave it to
Mhm.
every charity
Leave
known to
it to my
mankind
dog.
before.
Right.
I would leave him my convention
Grace,
program.
your dog
Grace.
get it off for you.
Chris.
Grace?
Chris.
Christ.
Yeah.
What's she say
Okay.
about her
Look at my
dogs?
dogs.
He said,
Yeah,
"Leave it to
leave
the
it to
dog."
my
It's
dog.
the dog. Go on
You
and
would
go,
take
sir,
up the dogs
please.
them and chop them up and sacrifice them just to see a man.
Oh, he doesn't mean that. He doesn't mean that. He doesn't mean
No.
that.
Give them the
He
dogs.
doesn't.
Give it to him.
Grace,
Give
I'm
it to
about to
him.
say, I'm about to say it's
Yeah.
Jamaica. It's Jamaica. It's the truth. They will
And
grab
they'll
that
make
dog
Chinese
and
food out
sacrifice
of
the
it.
dog first.
Dog would make
Yeah.
sacrifice for.
Chinese food
That's
out
why I have
of
the
it.
habit of like
Jamaicans don't care nothing
praying,
about dogs.
praying
Yo.
over
Enough.
stuff that's given to me because you just don't know where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That's the
Exactly.
truth.
All today.
Grace, make it go on your bed.
Daddy.
Anytime somebody from church
Don, I beg you go your bed. too.
work
Oh, it's true, Dan. Talk.
work, it don't you know,
It's the
I
truth.
pray over it before me
Prayer.
use
the
it.
truth.
God,
Touch it with
whatever
my back, with my
wickedness
olive oil.
upon this.
Listen to me.
Yep.
It's the
Olive
truth.
oil
Been
it
in-
down.
Predicaments, okay?
I
Where
agree with the statement. Is
someone
Grace
has
coughing.
given me a plate of food, right? Very
Yeah,
normal
okay, that-
plate of food. And Donovan is my witness. A plate of food and I put it in the fridge. I came back to it 3 hours later and it looked like it like mole out, like it was black. at the
Yeah,
top.
so them did that make your belly mole out. And that them did why your belly them did why mole out. But
Mole
that
out.
Jesus is against
Mole
them.
out. No
Yeah.
So DeVon, the
Not
person
really.
that give that food, right?
Mhm.
What go on?
They never ask you how the food did taste.
Ah, brother,
They never ask how the food
imagine
tastes.
somebody give you that food. You know who gave you that food, and you put that food in the fridge and come back 2 hours later and you say more.
And now it's more out.
No, I would have to confront that
Give it to
person.
you.
What is this? What is
Grace.
this?
I was
Grace,
not,
Grace, you
I was
can't
not
ask who
allowed
gave
to
it to you
confront
on
the
the
person.
podcast.
That's it.
I was not allowed to confront the person. That's
All
I
I'm
can say
saying,
about
all
that.
I'm saying is I
No,
would
no,
have
no, no,
opened the
so-
food in front of them and said, "What is this? What is this?" You need two
Mhm.
big lick.
It's the sasso.
No lie, like seriously though, like
Careful.
and that's
Yeah.
how like enough people get messed up in our life because there's so much people who like don't have say like we know this, so we pray about certain things or whatever. But like people out there like blatantly
Yeah.
like lost to these things. So
Yeah.
some people they just want to like, oh, today that person they're good and then tomorrow them just like
No.
zero. Like
Mm.
this, like it's real. If you listen to this, it's real and like
It
just be
is?
careful.
Careful.
That's
Even in like weed, like you can
Yeah.
like there's a
no
guy.
people in Jamaica
Yo.
get messed
I'm
up with
just
that.
yeah,
Facts,
I
facts.
can't even start with that because
Yeah.
they take it one time and they're gone.
it.
Like
Maddos.
they were so bright, they were
Yeah.
Well,
top of their class. And
a lot
then,
of times too is people.
Waste.
It's when they come to this country that we
Yeah.
live in right now, and they think it's gonna be the same weed that they grew personally in Jamaica.
Yep.
When they
Yep.
find out somebody
One
made
of
it
the
in their
Personally.
backyard and laced it with something.
Yeah.
There's a guy in
I just want to
there's a-
show that I'm growing
there's-
weed right behind me, right here.
Please, get off of the Zoom.
Shut up.
New York, you believe you're not Jersey. Yeah.
Get off of the
guy.
Zoom.
There's a guy in Englewood. He walks around Englewood, Hackensack area, and
Big
he
area.
he be walking, and he
Deep.
knew my mom. He knew my mom from like Jamaica, and he was like one of the smartest people. His name Bruce, and he was like one of the smartest people.
Calling out his name.
Oh,
He gonna
what is he
know?
gonna do?
He
Wait, he gonna be listening to the podcast while he's walking.
They might
He
get
was-
sober, you know.
He was one of the smart. No, he's
Man, Bruce
mad,
family area.
mad gone. He was
Mad sick.
He was one of the
Head no
smartest
good.
ones in Jamaica. My mom
Head
said that
no
man
good.
was bright. You know, Jamaica's in bright. I mean,
Bright.
smart. Came to US, started to go crazy because he was studying like so much. Start smoking, right? And US weed is not one. I've never smoked, but like
It's not
they were
weed.
like, it's not weed. It's like
It's
the
not
weed
weed.
in Jamaica is like weed, like they're strong and it's pure. Up here, it's like weed.
Weed.
Just to make it
Like-
look like something. I'm gonna throw this in there. I'm gonna throw this in there. Do this, that, and the
Like-
third. She says like, "Wait." So then he started smoking that, and it was laced with something. Now he's roaming the streets yelling at birds when they
Yeah,
walk
he's
by.
gone. You're
Like,
mad
he's
sick.
gone.
Head no good.
So I just to the point that
yelling at birds
Bro,
while they walk
bro.
by.
we was at Englewood Church.
no,
bro.
DeVon,
the
that laugh.
the chapel, not the new building, the chapel.
The
And I
little
left.
chapel, white one.
I walked out, and he was at the chicken shack. You know the chicken shack on Lafayette, right?
Mhm.
And this dude, the bird walked by, and I saw it, and I couldn't help it. I had to go back inside and laugh. I couldn't laugh outside. The bird walked by, he turned his head and just said, I just thought that's like that. He
No.
didn't say nothing. He just and even the bird stopped. The bird was like, what?
DeVon. Yeah.
And I was like, this. I just went
Oh,
inside. I went
yo.
inside, closed the door behind me, and I was weak. And people were like, what are you doing? I was like, yo, Bruce out there yelling at a bird right now, bro. Yelling at a bird. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. But the crazy thing is, here's the crazy thing though, like, even though he's mad, like, he still got his normal brain in there. Like, my mom walks by and
Like
she
his
be
brain
like,
change out.
no, my mom walks by
No,
and
it be
he'll
happening.
he'll walk behind my mom and be like, hey, what's up? And then she'd be like, you need some money? He'd be like, yeah. She'd be like, don't buy no drugs with this. Don't buy no drugs. And he'd be like, no, Miss A, trust me, I'm good. I'm good. And then he'll take the money and go buy a beef patty or something like that at the monument, and then off.
Yeah.
And then as soon as she walk off, he back to his old ways.
Mad.
Like he remembers the people from that he like not grew up with, but grew up with. So
Mhm.
you got to hear it, and it's like, bruh, like, so I don't know. So
It's me driving through Inglewood.
You see
Just
the
seeing
monument.
a man. Just,
Yeah.
Please.
Now I'm gonna be looking for him because
No, but like, he wasn't like he was just pointing at the bird like this. Like he wasn't
I'm
crazy.
telling you,
He really just be walking.
anyhow. I drive through Inglewood and I see this man. I promise you, I can piss on myself. Yeah. I tell you now.
I haven't seen him in a long time, but people know him. Like I used to like work at Sears and be like, "Yo, y'all know Bruce? You mean that guy that be walking around?" Like, yeah, y'all know Bruce. Y'all know Bruce.
I want to.
That's my guy though.
I want to know.
Yeah. So you guys understand, like,
serious.
I don't even remember what we were talking about, how we got to this, but Kevin Smith.
Oh yeah, be careful.
Yeah, be careful. Yeah, like because
even church people. Church people.
Church people.
Church people.
But hey,
everyone's saying it in a different tone.
You shouldn't be going to church for the people anyway.
That's true.
When people say, "Oh, I don't go to church because of hypocrites," you shouldn't be going to church for people.
Hypocrites everywhere.
You need to go to church for God.
So hold on, I have a question. If people don't go to church because they're hypocrites there, do you not go to the club because people are drinking and there's alcoholics there? Do you not go to the grocery store to buy groceries because other people are buying groceries there? That's crap.
It's the same thing I say about people that is afraid of COVID. You're going around.
I thought someone muted him. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I
thought someone muted him.
I agree.
Stop the
You go
please
to the
forgive
store,
us.
There is COVID. You gotta work. There's COVID.
Big C.
Come at church. Come at church. All out come at church. All out watch this and I hear this. Come at church. Come at church.
Yeah.
Come it no matter which one. Church. Any one of them.
His wife is left unspoken.
She said she apologizes. I will say though, for real, like
church be looking mad scanty, but the supermarket pack.
Because people gotta eat, bro.
What?
Especially when they're looking for stuff because a blizzard that come. Pick up everything off of the aisle.
No meat.
Have y'all been to Walmart this week at all?
Yeah,
no.
I went today. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta make a stop tomorrow on my way home
tomorrow.
From work to get
You already know.
I'm gonna go to Walgreens.
Your mom's discount. Your mom's discount.
Yo,
I be in
but let's
Do
Walgreens.
not talk about my mom on the big podcast.
I be in Walgreens, bro.
We could get her immense discounts. What you saying?
Yeah, like it just put in the number there.
We're thinking about her.
Because anyhow, somebody use her points.
Oh, dang, that's off limits. That's off limits.
Yeah, we already know the vibes.
Every time they be asking me, "You want to use points?" Nah,
no.
I'm good.
Just need to
Discount is alright.
Yeah.
Like a discount is alright.
They be asking. They be asking if I want to use K's. I be like, no, you guys know who I came here for. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's not
on employee day, they'll be like, "Oh, no wonder you're here." Like, yes, it's even more of a discount.
You know the reason I came.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
Look, you know how much money I saved today?
Literally.
About one thing, and I saved
different
78%.
places, and they'd be like, "Why are you in Puerto Rico at Walgreens?"
I went to I love Walgreens. Just want everybody to know.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico. I went to one in Puerto Rico.
Kayla be finding them with her eyes. We was in the plane. She's like, "Oh, Puerto Rico, Walgreens."
Because there was a big Walgreens sign, like because Puerto Rico's small.
Yeah,
so from the plane we saw. We was like, "What?"
Yeah.
But tell me how I went to a Walgreens, right? And I put in a number, bloop bloop bloop, put in the zip code. Then a printed receipt came out. So I'm like, wait.
Never worked.
So I looked and I was like, this girl didn't take the number. Vexed me because I know, just walk away. She's like, excuse me, sir, your receipt? I was like, receipt?
Yeah, it's a digital receipt.
I was so angry that day, yo. I couldn't even go back. I just left. I said, if I see her again, I'm not coming back here, yo. That just vexed me, yo.
She didn't. She even wants you to get that.
I went in and she was ringing somebody up, and the lady had to cancel the order. So instead of canceling it all the way out, I'm next. I didn't even see. So I go in, I'm typing my number in. She's like, "Oh, ma'am, it's already in." I said, "No, it's not. I didn't type my zip code in yet. I didn't type it in." She's like, no, we can't go back now. I said, no.
Cancel
I
it.
have a
Like, do it
discount.
over.
I have a discount ready.
She don't want
It's
to
like,
cancel it. All you do is hit the little yellow button.
Yeah.
she
Cancel.
done did scan everything and I looked at
Yeah,
the bottom.
nah.
I said, ma'am, I need you to cancel order. She said, there's a
Like, that's
line
one thing I
behind it.
never
I said,
forget. Ever.
I said, so somebody else about to get my points? This is mad disrespectful.
No.
Because
Listen to me. It's
It'll
very,
be a pack of
it's
chewing gum.
very. I used
It
to
was.
work at Nordstrom, right? And when I first started, there was a young lady who was a cashier, and if people would come in and buy,
Yeah.
expensive things, but they would not be a card member.
Mhm.
However, she was a card member, so whenever you get points, a dollar was a point. So it'd be like they'd buy $1,000 bag and stuff like that.
Mhm.
They didn't have a card, so what she would do, put in her numbers, so she would.
you know,
rack
at
up the
other
points.
stores that's illegal.
All stores that's illegal.
Hold on, all stores, but she did this for a number of years. Okay.
Yeah.
Did not get caught until we changed the LP manager and whatever. And when I tell you, if she was able to turn those points into real dollars,
Right.
she would have been good. That's all I'm gonna say.
But why
would've
she
been
wasn't
good.
using the points? Because
Yeah,
points
right.
get back
That's
up.
my
They
thing.
go, I use it.
Yeah.
But she was just racking them up, and I couldn't understand what were you doing,
It
sis?
doesn't make
Like,
sense.
Yeah. Once
So,
you got
like-
to $200 spent.
no.
I would've went
She
in
had
on-
like 50,000 points.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because with the dozen on the bag. Yeah.
Let me tell you, yes.
100. Yeah.
So there was a girl that did it at my job too, but we call her quick because I said this is what I told her. I was like,
It's always
a lot of
females.
people should have you'll get slapped. You better
Go ahead, please.
So,
Continue, please.
so I said
The Spicy Sisters Unite.
I was asked to train her. So I said, it's Sears. This was like what, 2017, 2018 maybe. I'm like, it's Sears. A lot of people have their phone number. If they don't, put in like the Sears number, just so
Really
that
just hit nothing.
no, you can't hit nothing. But I was like, because sometimes it looks bad on your metrics if they don't have a phone number. So I was like, just put in the Sears number, like sometimes. So she thought that meant, who's gonna get those points? Why would I do that? Let me take it for myself.
No, she don't.
I never told her that. So I was like, nah, put in the Sears number. And I would void her transactions when I see a number. I was like, that's not the Sears number. That's not the number you gave you. Void it. Put in the Sears number. So then when I wasn't there, after I trained her good, I left because when I was at Sears, that was my chill time. Like, if you want to do the work, fine. I don't have to pay back the extra money I get because it was like, tools department. It was like commission based. I was like, once I get my whatever it was, $12 at the time, I don't got to pay it back. I could care less. You do all the work. I'm chilling here. So she started putting her own number in. I mean, after, and then we'll come to the tools department to ring up stuff. And the manager saw it one time and was like, I ain't never seen you shop here. How you have $200 in points? And she gets quiet. She's like, oh, they told me that I could put my own number in if the customer doesn't have their phone number. So the manager looks at me. He's like, Shane. I was like, what? He's like, is that true? I was like, now y'all know me. Why would I ever tell her something so stupid? And they was like, and look back at her. They were like, I believe him. And I said, you better believe me because it's the truth. I would never tell her that. And then she was like, oh, so she gets fired, right? And I'm sitting there like, yo, how could you be so dumb? But then there's another story of a guy that he worked in the appliance department. This boy would sell ACs with protection plans, this, that, and the third, for delivery to their house, keep the order number and the receipt number and all that stuff. And once they get home, would cancel the order to his card. So on file, it said we had like 62 ACs. And we're like, yo, I can't find them. And I'm getting tight because I'm like, yo, where are these ACs, bro? Where are them? And they keep saying, yo, Shane, go grab an AC, bring it upstairs. Where? They're like, it says there's 62 of them. Yo, y'all keep telling me this. Where are they? So then the manager come down like, yo, where the ACs? We can't find them.
Wow.
Then we look at all the receipt numbers. All of them is the same guy. Sell it with the PA. So that's like even the cheapest AC ends up being like $400. And then he would wait till they get home, cancel the AC onto his own credit card. I mean, dude had like $30,000.
That's wickedness.
And it never affected the customer because they home with the AC chilling.
They took the AC, but it wasn't delivery. Got you.
He would tell them here.
That's crazy.
They home chilling with the ACs.
Yeah, but they gotta
don't
sign
even
off
know
on something like that though.
No. So here's the thing. He would say, take the AC. And they would take it. And then he would put it for like delivery. They cancel the delivery.
That's hard.
Right.
So that the delivery company never even delivers it. So he's home with like $20,000-$30,000 worth of stuff off of just ACs that he would say is getting delivered. Mind you, he gave it to them in person, and they're home chilling with the AC.
So they got a free AC, basically.
No, not a free AC.
Because they
pay for it.
Yeah, but he cancels.
Well, technically they paid for it, but it never charges. But at that point, they're not even thinking about it.
Yeah,
first of all,
because they were already gonna buy it.
That too, but if you don't see the transaction go through on your card, you're not gonna question anything.
No, but here's the thing. That's not the thing. No, but that's the thing. The transaction will still go through on your credit statement. He returned it to his card, not theirs.
You know how when you return at Sears, when you return, you have to bring the same card you return with. So if I return it and I return it onto a different card, the money's going onto his credit card instead of going back onto the person's So he's returning all these monies back to his card. So say it's like $6,000 in a week. He put that all on his card. People already charged them. So all that money he returned is on his card.
But that's the thing. So like on their end, it doesn't affect me. I pay for the AC. I have the AC. The company now is tight. Where these ACs going? Because we have 62. Granted, we have never received a delivery with like 62 of the same AC. Never. So he's like,
tools department is
he would never get a delivery of 62 or nothing. So the company's like, yo, and they're coming to me because I'm in tools. They're coming to me like, yo, Shane, where are the ACs? Like, we can't affect. Let them sell. Come with me. Let's go up to the stock room and look for the ACs. I'm upstairs searching. Can't find the ACs.
The stock room is large, so if you're really looking and there's no ACs, it's like.
So then one day he just disappears. So I go to the managers like, yo, what happened to old dude? Like, where'd he go? They're like, you wouldn't believe the foolishness he was going on.
Not old dude.
Grand larceny.
And they was like, yeah, he was out here. I don't know. I think they just sued him, and that's
he has to pay it back. Either you have to pay it back or something like that.
That's low-key worse because that's a lot of money, and he didn't have it like that for him to be like paying it back like that. Because I'm pretty sure he got that money and spent it. So when I tell you, I said you should shame Bud because they was blaming me. Where the ACs?
No, because every time he like sells one and returns, it sells on the way that he's messing with inventory. Jeez.
That's what I'm saying. 62, like the number
62,
was wild.
The number is wild.
I've never even had
62 in inventory like that.
I'm like, how do we even have 62 ACs?
14 at max. It's like 14 ACs. And it's like, okay, here they are. But to hold 62 in the back.
But that's part of the problem too, because the managers are tight with themselves because they're like, how do we even let the number get this high? Clearly, we never even had this many to start with. How did we get to this number of ACs in here? And then so they couldn't be mad at me. Granted, it's not my fault regardless, but like sometimes because my series was dead for a stretch, that they would ask me to leave tools unattended and go help merchandise pickup with like random stuff. So I'll be up there with them, laughing in the corner, sitting down, helping them bring out the ACs and stuff.
As any retail.
I'm telling you, like, I'm like, yo, I know he's shamed Bud because everybody knew. The manager didn't even care. Oh, him. He did it. He was the one returning these joints. Huh?
Wait. No, man. So like similar situation, but like most people know Jamaican. Like, God forgive me. And Jamaicans, if you're listening to this, sorry. But Jamaican are thief. No, you don't get where I'm coming from. So I used to work at a call center in Jamaica. I think call center here and in Jamaica is completely different. The way them know like Jamaicans are thief, because some call center up here you can bring in your phone. You know, you're probably not allowed to like use it, but like Jamaica, no phone, no. Them know I have no pen and paper, nothing, because una thief, basically. But like, all right, so this guy apparently was like taking like, you know, sometime over the phone, like you call someplace, them ask you for your credit card number for like put through a charge, blah blah blah. So he was going through getting people's credit card number, go on shopping spree, blah blah blah. Fine. The most embarrassing thing, like, Shane, you're a guy like him, like, you know, not everybody know. You're there at work, you're at work. And you just see like 20 police come in. And you sit down on the station and talk to your customer or whatever. And you're like, everybody eyes and then you now watch because you want to know who the police are got to. And then, you know, probably the most innocent person you'd ever think. You're like, all right, get up. And them have to walk you out, mark you. Everybody come off a call. Yeah, talk to your customer in a business. Everybody got in a break. Let put you on a short hold and everybody, you know, attend. Like, that is like the most
Please hold for a moment.
graceful thing ever. Because people are walking down, everybody they behind the police, and it's like a big thing. Everybody are like, and then everybody start talking like, would I never believe so? Like, it was like horrible. And then like, you know, I think people learn from that, but we have cases like this, like every other month, every now and then.
Wouldn't say the credit card number.
He probably have a good brain, I remember somewhere. Him take the number and go in a break. Like take the number and then say, oh, break. Run, go to the locker.
You must have pen and paper.
Type it in a phone,
No, you didn't just hear her say they can't have pen and paper?
60 number.
Yeah, you're not supposed, like, you're not allowed anything. Just your body. Go on in and go sit down. And
But if you have pen, your body can write pen. Just ink it out.
No, you're not allowed to have any of them.
Oh,
check
Lord.
it.
How was he
You have to
keeping
go-
track? How was
So
he
that-
keeping
that's-
track of the accounts? Like,
So that's what I'm saying. Maybe like you
Ashan-
get a call,
Ashan
you
skin.
get the credit card number. You know what? You see, me can memorize people credit card. Don't.
Yo.
Oh, she
But
was
yeah.
there. It was her.
So, you know, I can do stuff like that. Like, I have like that kind of memory, and me, I have a photographic memory. So if I look on it, like me can go back and see it exact. Like if me can soon, like me can
Yeah,
shut my
you
eyes.
can't start that
10 minutes
business.
after. Like,
Look at
Yes,
business.
right. Say stand up.
like when I think, like I always tell people I'm not bright. I just have a photographic memory.
Listen here,
All
Brad.
right,
I
we
will
can
be
start on the
playing
good
OD
business.
creations
It's
in
true,
chance.
but it's like that. Like you have people who have like photographic memory, and people just have like a good memory.
That's what
overall,
it is.
and them just like know how to like cheat the system and do it. You have persons who like literally, because like I work for Audible, which is a part of Amazon.
Mhm.
But then you have persons who work for Amazon. You have people who like actually go in at the people them account and buy stuff and send to for them address. Like it's so much things, and like eventually, and then the worst part about this is that it's not Jamaica police are come through, you know. You have Mocha from over here come down. Like it disgrace. Like there's no way, like there's no reason for you to want to put yourself in that position. Like it's just stupid. Like the shame, the disgrace, the lockup, the money pay, but like nah, that's all. But yeah, that
Too
used to
much.
happen a lot at the call center. A lot.
So people no hear what go on at call center them. So now be careful of who you talk
I'm still
to.
up to this day. They-
No.
But and then you have some like when I used to work there, like work for Audible.
Listen.
Then that's like audiobook.
Yo, no out of the sue, you know. You nah no money.
I'm like the Audible bad name.
No call no name.
Anyways, I work for Audible, and then
Jen, please
you have like
get out.
truckers who like listen book. Like sometimes then we call and they're like, "Oh, your voice so nice," and then them ask where you from, whatever, and them want your number, them whatever. Like they're not allowed to do that, but then you have some girl where want a man, so I'm like, want look
On
foreign
your
money,
visa.
so you know them get the know like
You ever do that?
that.
Not you come for DJ like that on a good
But
podcast.
anyways,
Don't blame me.
So, like simple stuff. Like, why would I it's like simple stuff like that. Why am I gonna lose my job over something like the man probably not even sending the money anyway. Like, like whatever. But
Probably have a fat belly.
yeah.
What does that mean?
They probably not even want to marry him. Like, why? But, yeah.
Grace.
It's
One
crazy.
thing.
All right, everybody. This episode 3 of the Who's About Pod. I feel like that's a good spot to end. Let's recap. I don't know why they're getting divorced. Hopefully, it's something serious or not serious, but
We pray their strength.
don't let. Make sure you guys try God before you listen to any prophet.
Discernment. Pray for this
Discernment.
Yeah.
That is the right word, discernment, and it needs to be confirmed. Okay.
Yes.
3.
I'm having a power tonight. All right.
3. Make sure anything that you put into your body has been vetted. Don't just be putting any substance into your body.
Don't go to
because
the call center.
And then number 4, watch out for the scammers. They will get you. And at that
Don't
point,
the scammer.
Number 3 too is not just where you put in your body. Sometimes are just things where you touch to,
Yeah,
Depends on
that's
who you
true.
take it from.
That's also true.
In your pocket,
Number 4,
Right.
5, suicide is not the answer.
suicide, biggest
Suicide is
one.
not the answer.
Wow,
Suicide
Grace.
is
Yeah,
not
but when
the
that have
answer.
been wrong. You know more me get right. I know 800 suicide. And I think that right.
It is. It's 1-800.
I will put the
It's
right number on the
literally
screen.
1-800 suicide.
Look it up.
I want you to look at the phone. I want you to look at the phone when we're done. OJ, you hear?
It is
spell
1-800
suicide.
suicide.
Suicide with the number them. And
The
see if
number
it
me give the
calculate the
talk.
same
So
amount.
it's a 273 talk.
All right.
Either way.
Yeah.
Either way, just no matter
with
with the killing yourself.
Yeah, please don't.
You know,
Just
Jesus
yeah,
said
just
that
don't.
once already,
Just
okay?
Google the number. Google
Alright.
it. Just look on Google.
And number
Alright.
6 is Kanye is actually still kind of wild. So
Don't.
yeah. So
Don't.
let's go real quick. Don and Grace, where can they find you?
After you.
Mm.
Ladies first.
Mm.
Always.
You guys can find me on Instagram at _Gracie_ and on Facebook at Grace Moody.
_Grace.
You can find me on Instagram at Miniamman. That me, Niam Man. And also on the Twitter that I'm so brand new to. I am finding out
Apparently not with
things.
your
Boy, people
scriptures.
chat on Twitter, you know, boy.
Twitter is
they
dark,
chat.
bro.
You can find me on
It's
Twitter
dark.
at Donovan Moody. Twitter. I'm going to fix my angle. I'm going to fix
Oh,
my
you got the right
angle.
name this time.
All right, Kay, where can they find you?
I'm on Snapchat too. Find me on Snap.
Oh God,
We
please
don't use
Snap,
Snap
Snap.
anymore.
Snapchat is for the
We
teenagers.
don't
Snapchat is for the
Snapchat is
Snap-
for the
we don't-
teenagers. All right, Kay, where can they find
I'm
you?
on the Facebook too.
None of them know.
Facebook, K Simpson, Instagram, K_MS. That's 2 A's.
No Twitter.
That's it. Nah, I don't go on Twitter, but I mean, special
She
K
be on Twitter. She just don't tweet.
X. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Devon, where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube at Blackwood Media Productions, and you can find me on Instagram at dmarkant27. I am warning you that it will change on my birthday. But
I was
for the time
about
being,
Every year.
to say, and if you're listening to this in 2023, that name has changed.
I'm so glad you know.
Yeah.
All right, Shaay.
You can find me on Instagram at the Curly Shaay with 2 A's. On Twitter at as told by Shaay. There is an underscore in between by and Shaay. Totally forgot about that. Just one underscore, 2 A's and Shaay again.
I've been looking for it
And-
and I can't find it.
Imagine.
We're
not meant to
looking
be
for
found.
it.
They better not say that because all of the links, I actually put the links in the description and I put the handle. so there
Exactly.
should
You
be
were
no
not looking
question.
for it because it's down
Exactly,
there.
right there. Just look down.
Period.
Okay, D and OJ.
Wait,
Oh,
Shaay has one more.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
Go
you're
What I
in
missed?
your potty.
ahead. Podcast.
Oh, yes. And you can find my podcast at in full T, I believe, underscore in between in and full, or period in between in and full. It's in the
Right.
the
So
description.
what she's gonna do, right, is she's gonna go on YouTube and Anchor and all these places and update it so that it's correct and put it under there under her name. So all you gotta do is look for it. Okay, cool.
I won't.
Cool. You're gonna have to, because people need to find it. All right, D and OJ.
Instagram, the underscore Samuels. The Samuels, the
It's
underscore
below.
I
Samuels.
think it's D.
We're failing.
Or
We're
the
failing.
This is
dot
bad.
Samuels,
We're failing
something.
bad.
And
This is episode
D
3.
3 E's, so it's D E dot Samuels. On
Okay.
Instagram, OD Creations, ODEE underscore creations on Instagram. Nobody add me on Facebook. I don't really use Facebook that much than to fasten people business. So
And I am Simba, like from the Lion King, Neil, like my name. Yeah.
that's it. Simba.
Okay. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at that's_Shane. You can find me on YouTube at Shaniac, the like THE, and then Helmer, HE, like helmet, but ending with an R. And then TikTok, where we have my personal TikTok is Shaniac the Helmer _YT. I have another podcast, D-Rod and Shaniac. And then we have our podcast TikTok that I said we weren't going to start, I started literally seconds after we ended episode 2, after I literally just said I wasn't going to start it.
I was surprised too.
And that is the Who's About Pod. Yeah, follow us everywhere. I also have it Facebook, but like
Don't follow us on Facebook.
We all have
That's the
Facebook,
bottom
but
line.
just don't do that. Just
Don't do that. Donovan is about to say follow him, but don't do it. That's
I
on him.
use Facebook. I think that Facebook is,
Facebook is Facebook is just to give your aunts and your uncles somewhere to look for you.
on Facebook.
Yeah, we go there to mind people's business. They don't need to mind my business. So
and then when the same church people that are waiting to look for you go on Instagram, it's time to go off Instagram now too. Go to Twitter. They would never come to Twitter. They would never. They tried it. I've seen church people try to come to Twitter. They last like 22 seconds.
They can't figure it out.
Twitter is dark. I already told my church people, I said, do not join Twitter. That was their warning. I said, don't go on that thing. So I would never have to worry about my church joining Twitter. I don't know about you guys, but I already gave them that warning. So yeah, that's the end of this episode. We'll see you guys in the next one. Please look please look below for all of our links and handles, because we completely butchered them just now, but they'll be below.
It was bad.
And you can find us there. This week it will be the last random episode, and then every week after this will either be Friday or Saturday. So we don't have to worry unless we have some type of bonus thing. It would always be on a Friday or Saturday morning. All right. We'll see you guys in the next one later. Bye.